there, this is me Pratibha and you are watching Frankly Speaking. Welcome back to another video. Have you heard the old story of King Midas and how everything he touched turned into gold? Well, in real life, we sometimes feel like there are certain people around us who seem to have got that Midas touch. That one person in class or college who tops in exams, kills it in competitions, picks up new skills ridiculously fast, and seems calm and in control in every situation. Well, are they born different? Or do they know something that the others don't? Is it luck? What is it that sets them apart? For the longest time, I believed these people are naturally gifted. And honestly, it's so easy to assume that. Until one day, out of pure curiosity, I started observing these people, reading books about them, watching their interviews, and also studying the ones around me. That is when I found something eye opening. I started noticing a pattern. I found five traits that are common in all of these people, and I believe this is what sets them apart from the others. And the best part is, none of them are born with it, which means anyone and everyone can build these over time. So, in this video, I'm going to break down those five traits with examples, insights, and how you can start building them too. Whether you are a student trying to get ahead or someone who just wants to level up in life, these principles apply universally. So let's dive right in. The first trait is relentless curiosity. These people are naturally curious. They do not just learn what is required, they go beyond. When a teacher explains a concept, they go back home and explore why it works and not just how it works. They'll read articles, watch videos, and try explaining it to themselves. Not because they have to, but because their brain needs to understand. This extra layer of curiosity, it compounds. It makes their understanding deeper, their learning faster, and their memory stronger. That is why it often seems as if these people get everything so easily. In reality, they're just asking more questions. How can you build it? Start asking why after every concept you learn. This one question will push your brain from memorizing to understanding. The second trait is ruthless consistency. These people show up every single day, even on days when they don't feel like doing so. And this is the not so glamorous part of success. That is why you'll find people who study 45 minutes a day outperform the ones who randomly pull out all-nighters. Because see, it's like watering a plant. You can't just dump a bucket of water once a week and expect it to grow. Water it regularly and it will flourish. How do you build this? Start with tiny non-negotiables, say reading 20 to 30 minutes a day, but just make sure you do it every day. The third trait is extreme ownership. These people do not make excuses. When something doesn't work out, they do not say the system is unfair. Rather, they ask themselves, how could I have done it differently? That does not mean that they blame themselves for everything. It is just that they take part. Because the moment you shift your perspective from it's not my fault to it's my responsibility, you regain power. How can you build it? The next time you fail, ask yourself, how could I have done things differently so it would work out? Fourth is smart prioritization and laser focus. These people do not try to do everything at once. They focus on a few key areas and go deep. That is why their output in these areas is exceptional. How can you build it? Figure out what are the things that gives you the highest return of your time and energy. Double down on that, say no to the rest. And finally, growth mindset and adaptability. These people do not view failure as a dead end. Rather, they see it as a feedback. So when something does not work out, they tweak, experiment, and try again. That is why it feels as if they have got the Midas touch. Not because everything works out on the first try, but because they keep adjusting until it does. How can you build this? Start by reframing the way you look at failure. Instead of thinking it as I failed, think of it as I learned what does not work out. The story of King Midas might be a myth, but these five traits, they're very real. Curiosity, consistency, ownership, focus, and growth mindset. Start building these and you'll find the world starts responding to your efforts differently. Which of these traits did you already have? Which of these are you going to start working on from today? Let me know in the comments, and if this video gave you some kind of clarity, share it with someone who you think needs it and click on the bell icon because you've got more growth content coming your way.